Welcome students. Today we are going to discuss manuring and crop production. So in this segment we are going to discuss that how manure is important for a crop production and how we can get higher amount of yield with the help of different types of manure. Hello students, do you want to excel in maths and science? We have some don't memorize courses for you which can help you in preparation of maths and science. I have given the links in the description and you can avail 90% of the discount from all these courses. And if you will use this coupon code, you will get extra 10% discount on all the courses. Don't memorize courses are part of Infinity Learn by Sri Chaitanya. So first we are talking about organic manure. Now what is organic manure? Organic manure is produced by decaying the plant and animal waste. So dead and decaying matter like dead leaves and shrubs and herbs will be collected. Farmers are digging a pit like this and they are dumping all this dead and decaying matter along with the animal waste. They are dumping at this site and they will allow this to get decomposed. Once all of this matter will get decomposed with the help of bacteria, this will become organic manure and it is very rich in all the nutrients. It has more organic matter. Natural organic manure are of two types. First, concentrated organic manure and second is macroorganic manure. Now how these two are different from each other? First we are talking about concentrated organic manure. So concentrated organic manures example are groundnut, jingli, castor and jatropha seed. So all these things will make a concentrated organic manure and they are also used as a fodder for cattle and poultry. So concentrated organic manures are rich in all macronutrients and they are used as a fodder for cattle and poultry. Then comes macroorganic manure. So animal excreta and compost will make a macroorganic matter and they are rich in micronutrients. Two types of organic manure, concentrated and macroorganic manure. Then comes green manure. Now what is green manure? The crops plow back to the soil. Once we are taking a crop, then again farmer will plow back into the soil again so that it will get mixed with the soil. Again they will get decomposed into the soil and they will give all the nutrients back to the soil. Whatever method we are following in one specific area, that has been followed in entire area of the field. So that is termed as green manure. Now examples of green manure are linseed, horse gram and lobia. If farmer is following this grain manuring method, then this method will give 70 to 90 kg per hectare of nitrogen to the soil. So this is very effective method. Now if farmers do not have time to follow green manure method, that they have to take a crop and again they have to plow back to the soil, then they can use the leaves also for green manuring. They can mix the leaves along with the soil and that will serve the purpose of green manuring. Now let us know that why organic manure is so much important. So here we are discussing that percentage of nutrient element in organic manure and this data are kg per ton. So when we are talking about goat manure, the nitrogen will be 5 to 7 kg per ton. In that phosphorus will be 4 to 7 kg per ton and potassium will be 3 to 4 kg per ton. When dry compost we are using, we will get nitrogen 5 to 10 kg per ton, phosphorus we will get 4 to 8 kg per ton, potassium we will get 6 to 12 kg per ton. When we are using dry organic manure, we will get nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium 4 to 15, 3 to 9, 3 to 10 kg per ton respectively. When we are using neem powder as organic manure, we will get 5 to 6 kg per ton nitrogen, 1 to 2 kg per ton phosphorus and 1 to 2 kg per ton potassium. When we are using vermicompost, we will get 1 to 3 kg per ton nitrogen, 1 to 2 kg per ton phosphorus and 1 to 2 kg per ton potassium. So if we will compare the data, we can see that how much they are fruitful for the crop and how much they will be beneficial for the crop. Now let us discuss some of the data which will tell us that percentage of nitrogen in different green manure crop. So name of the crops I have listed here and this shows the nitrogen in kg per ton. So when we are using lobia beans as a green manure crop, we will get 7.1 kg per ton nitrogen for our crop. When we are using dhencha, then in that we are getting 6.2 kg per ton nitrogen for our crop. When we are using linseed as a green manure crop or a flaxseed, then we will get 4.5 kg per ton nitrogen. If we are using green gram, then we will get 7.2 kg per ton. For sun hemp, we will get 7.5 kg per ton. And when we are using horse gram, so into that we are getting 8.5 kg per ton nitrogen for our crop. Now we are talking about vermicompost. So what is a vermicompost? It is a compost with the help of worms. So whatever compost we are making, whatever manure, fertilizer and nutrient rich substance we are making, and that is with the help of earthworms, and that is known as vermicompost. So decomposition process using various species of worms, and that is vermicompost. But the rearing of the worms, for this process we have to rear the worms, we have to grow worms, and that process is known as vermiculture. So these two things are completely different. Vermicompost is a compost, manure which we are producing with the help of worm. So that is vermicompost. But vermiculture is rearing of the worms. Now this vermicompost is rich in NPK, that means nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium rich fertilizer. This is one of the most useful fertilizer. These are the macronutrients which plant required in large amount. So they are giving NPK to plants, also contains plant growth hormone and enzymes. So it is very important for the plant. Then Panchgavya. Panchgavya is one of the traditional method to make a fertilizer or nutrient rich substances. In this is a process how to make Panchgavya, that milk, curd, ghee, cow dung and urine of cow. Farmer will mix it and they will keep it for 4 days. On the 5th day, they will add toddy, coconut water, sugarcane juice, banana paste and allow it to settle down for 10 days. During all this period, they have to continuously mix this culture, continuously mix this mixture, and after 10 days, we can use this mixture. They can spray this mixture on the crop and it is very fruitful, it is very beneficial for the crop for their healthy growth. So advisable proportion to spray on the crop is 3% of the solution. Now let us learn about biofertilizer, and they are very advantageous for the soil. There are two types of biofertilizer, nitrogen fixer and second is phosphorus mobilizer. So it is useful to maintain soil health and productivity, and they are eco-friendly fertilizer. Why? Because these fertilizers will synthesize the nutrient from the air and soil. So they are not causing pollution to the soil and air, and that's why they are very advantageous. For biofertilizer, we are using three types of biofertilizer. One from the bacteria, other one from the algae and from the fungi. From the bacteria, we are getting nitrogen and phosphorus content. For nitrogen, our fixers are rhizobium and azotobacter bacteria, and azosporium bacteria will also help us. Whereas for phosphorus, as a solubilizer, we are using Bacillus and Pseudomonas. When we are using algae as biofertilizer, the nitrogen fixer will be blue-green algae. Fungi as a biofertilizer, in that we will get phosphorus. So phosphorus will be moralizer and it will be deposited by neorhiza. Phosphorus solubilizer, and we will get it from penicillium. Our next topic is chemical fertilizer. Urea, NPK, N stands for nitrogen, P stands for phosphorus and K stands for potassium. And superphosphates are example of chemical fertilizer. Now these are the points which we need to keep in mind while we are buying a chemical fertilizer. So first one is percentage composition will differ in various fertilizers. Fertilizers are man-made. We are making them in a factories. So as the brand will differ, the company will differ, their percentage composition will also change. So we need to see that how many percentage of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium present in that particular fertilizer. Check the content and type of nutrients before buying. So we have to check the labeling detail on the fertilizer, and we need to see that how many percentage of all these nutrients are present into the fertilizer. Now two important points are, we have to check that what will be the available percentage for the crop for these nutrients. That means if they are saying that 24% nitrogen is present into the fertilizer, but what is actual availability to the crop? How much amount of fertilizer will get dissolved and will be available to the crop? That percentage is important. Then second is time to spray or give. What is the specific time to give a fertilizer? At which stage of crop maturing we have to give this fertilizer? That is also very important. So all these details we need to study and we need to know before buying fertilizer. So now let us see how chemical fertilizer will be varied in terms of percentage composition. So fertilizers, urea, superphosphate, ammonium sulfate and potassium nitrate we have taken, and we will see the different percentage in them for nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. So for urea there will be 46% nitrogen will be there, but there will be absence of phosphorus and potassium. In superphosphate there will be no nitrogen, no potassium, only phosphorus will be there, and that too 8 to 9% of phosphorus will be there. Ammonium sulfate, in that 21% of nitrogen will be there, but there will be absent of phosphorus and potassium. In potassium nitrate, potassium and nitrate will be there. That means nitrogen will be there 13% and potassium will be there 44%, but there will be absence of phosphorus. Now one of the important topic is soil testing. That it will answer this two very important question, that how farmer know what type of crop needs to be cultivated, and second is what types of crops are suitable for the soil in their field. These two type of questions an experienced farmer can answer it by seeing a texture of the soil. That this soil is perfect for this kind of crop and this soil has this amount of nutrients. But if the farmers do not know that which crop will be suitable for its soil and what kind of nutrients it will require to get a high yield, then the soil testing laboratories and agriculture officer can help them. Agriculture officer and soil testing laboratories which are run by the government will check the sample of the soil and they will guide the farmer that which crop will be suitable for their soil, what all nutrients they require while they are taking the crop, and so on. So agriculture officer and soil testing technologies are there, laboratories are there which will help farmers to decide the crop, to decide the nutrient amount for their crop. It also known as Bhusara Pariksha Kendra. When farmer will give the sample to the soil testing laboratory, they will tell him what all nutrients the soil required when they are taking the crop. It also helps farmer to select the crop, manure and fertilizer, and they will also tell the farmer which amount of fertilizer they will require when they are taking that particular crop.